Hey guys, recently I've been seeing a lot of videos on here of people sharing their picks for the autumn or Halloween season. So the decks that they like to use, the tarot decks, the oracle decks, whatever it may be, that they like to use during the fall season. And it got me thinking of my decks and which ones call to me around this time of year. So I have a couple of them with me here today, a mix between tarot and oracle, and I felt like sharing them with you. So my number one deck for the fall Halloween season, I would have to say the first one that comes to mind is the Shadowland Tarot. So the Shadowland Tarot is a stunning deck. The back of the cards is very fall and Halloween vibes to me. And then we even have our gold edges here. And then the artwork is just phenomenal. The colors are insane. So even though the characters within the imagery, you know, they're somewhat odd and creepy, I find them really adorable. I think the imagery is awesome. It's fun. It's different from anything else that I have in my collection. So yeah, when I see this deck, it just screams fall season for me. The next deck that I have here is the lovely Everyday Witch Tarot, which I know is a crowd pleaser. I can use this deck anytime. It does not have to be in the fall season for me to be drawn to using this deck. But when I was sitting in front of my collection and seeing kind of what was calling to me for this season, the Everyday Witch seemed to, you know, stand out. Because when I think of the fall season, I think of Halloween, and witches, you know, kind of goes with Halloween. So this is a very fun and cute and colorful deck as well. One of my favorites for sure. So we're switching it up with the next one. This is the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle deck. And the colors that are used within this deck just screams autumn, with the oranges and the greens and the browns. Even like this darker blue color here. Yeah, it just really gives off fall vibes. And I do catch myself using this one a lot more within the fall season. Again, this is another one though that I can use at any time, but I'm really pulled to it around this time of year. Very unique imagery used within the deck. Very beautiful colors and patterns. Love it. And last but not least, we have the very stunning Crow Tarot. I've talked about this one on my channel before. This was one of my very first deck purchases. And I don't know about you guys, but crows for me definitely give off the feeling of autumn and Halloween, and I noticed that I tend to see them more throughout this season. I don't know if that's just because maybe I am kind of paying more attention to it around this time of year, but I am a big fan of crows. I think they are beautiful creatures, and this was another easy pick for me as well. When I was thinking about what decks are calling to me for this video. So yeah, there you have it. I wanted to share with you guys today the few decks that I have that I'm really drawn to using or tend to use during the fall season and also around Halloween time. I'm pretty sure that I have deck flip-throughs and walkthroughs of each of these decks. So if you are interested in seeing a more in-depth look at the cards or even the guidebooks, you can find those videos on my channel. I used to be a really big fan of the fall season, and that was mainly because I really did not like summer. It just wasn't a good time for me, so when fall came it was kind of like a relief. And I always loved the colors. I loved the idea of it getting a bit chillier and, you know, staying in and keeping warm. But I've noticed recently, throughout the past couple of years, I've kind of become a little bit bitter towards the fall season, only because after fall comes winter, obviously, and I live in Canada, and the winters here can get a little bit nasty, and I'm just not a fan of the snow, or even when it gets really, really cold. So because of that, unfortunately, it's kind of taken the beauty of fall away from me a little bit. But since I have been learning more about mindfulness and, you know, kind of looking at the positives of things instead of focusing on the negatives, I'm trying to be a little bit more open-minded, at least regarding the fall season. I'm still very bitter towards the winter season, so I don't know, maybe that'll change when winter gets here. I don't know, I don't have high expectations for that. But I'm trying to be more open-minded towards the fall season. So yeah, there's a little fun fact about me that I may not have shared before with you guys here on the channel. So that is what I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I shall see you in the next one.